Gregory McGuire here, and I'm keeping my voice down because it's kind of late. But a few blog posts ago, I mentioned how your beliefs control every aspect of your life. Well, I just finished doing a PowerPoint presentation which gives you some practical ways that you can change your beliefs to create some pretty amazing things in your life. So I hope you enjoy it. Here's the presentation. Okay, this is what I call the cycle of reality. You see, we have 4 sections here. I want to focus on this little section right here. Now, when I say reality, what I'm talking about is your physical reality. Your house, your car, your husband or wife, your kids, your dogs, whatever, all that kind of stuff. So if your reality here is not the way that you would like for it to be, well, you might want to think about changing it. Now, to do that, you got to first ask yourself, how did I get here? How did all this stuff come to be? Well, if you're like most people, you choose to blame your parents. It's your parents' fault that your situation sucks. Maybe you blame the economy. Maybe you blame the government. Me, I choose to blame Dick Cheney, because Dick Cheney is the embodiment of evil on this planet. But you know what? Blaming Dick Cheney or our parents or the government or the economy is not going to get us where we want to go. So even though deep down we know that Dick Cheney is causing all of our problems, let's pretend that it's something else. Now, why do we want to do that? Because if we blame others for our situation, that makes us victims. And victims are powerless to do anything about their situation. Plus, if you're Dick Cheney's victim, he just might come shoot you in the face. So think about it. So if I can't blame Dick Cheney, then who can I point my finger at? Or to use proper grammar, at whom can I point my finger? The answer, believe it or not, is even scarier than Dick Cheney. Pretty terrifying, isn't it? Now, even though we know this is not true, we know that we did not create our reality, and we're certain that others are responsible for our lives being messed up. Damn you, Dick Cheney. Let's pretend that you created this monster that you call your life. You did all this all by yourself. Because if you created it, you can change it. But just how did you create it? Well, let's go back to the cycle of reality. And let's look over here at the actions. Your actions, logically, the things that you've done or haven't done, decisions you've made, this is what has created your current reality. Okay, so logically, we can say that your actions have created your reality. So to change our action, or to change your reality, you've got to change your actions. But unfortunately, this is a pretty difficult thing to do, because if you've ever tried to significantly change your actions, you might have found it's next to impossible. This is because your actions are rooted in your thoughts. So to change our actions, which will then change our reality, we have to first change our thoughts. But here again, this is much more difficult than it seems at first. Why? Because our thoughts run on autopilot. Even when you are not consciously thinking about something, those thoughts are running in the background, even when you're not aware of it. Now, if you could just sit all day and focus on your thoughts 24/7, you might be able to change them that way. But unfortunately, most of us lead pretty busy lives, and we can't do that. So what we need to do is find another way to change our thoughts. To do this, we need to look at where thoughts come from. And you guessed it, our thoughts come from our beliefs. Now, to change our thoughts, which will change our actions, which will change our reality, we need to look at changing our beliefs. To do this, we got to ask ourselves, where do our beliefs come from? Well, contrary to what most of us believe, none of us were born gun-toting Republicans who like to shoot our friends in the face while hunting. Sorry, Dig. You were not born with your beliefs. We were born blank slates. Our beliefs were formed by observing our surroundings. We learned that crying loudly brings us dry diapers and warm bottles of milk. When we started to learn language, we started adopting the beliefs of those we trusted with our comfort and our safety. Then around the age of about 9 or 10, we started to solidify those beliefs. And we started gathering evidence to support our way of seeing things. We learned to filter out information that doesn't go along with what we believe. And we spend the rest of our lives gathering this evidence to support our beliefs. So the first thing you need to do then, if you're going to change your beliefs, is to identify what those beliefs are. And to do this, you have to observe your behavior when you're in a stressful or difficult situation. This is when your true colors come out. For example, let's say you get really mad when you're in traffic. You just want to go beat somebody up. Just go pull somebody out of their car and just beat them up. You may identify your belief that says, most drivers are rude and dangerous. And it'd be easy to adopt that belief because there are many crappy drivers out there today, believe me. But how is that serving you? How is holding on to that belief getting you what you want? Is it really in your best interest to scream and yell and pound on the dashboard and flip somebody the bird? After you've identified the belief that you want to change, you need to form a sentence stating its exact opposite. For example, you might say, instead of most drivers are rude and dangerous, you might say most drivers are kind and courteous. Now, when you first start saying that belief, it's going to feel really, really awkward. It's going to feel phony and uncomfortable, but that's okay. Just hang with me for now. I was told once by a very wise teacher that if you look under any rock at all, you can find a demon. But under that very same rock, if you look really hard, you can find an angel. Now, the angels are typically much harder to see than the demons because the demons are all flashy and showy, surrounded by fire and carrying pitchforks and being real loud, obnoxious and all. But if you look, you can still find that angel. So instead of noticing the demons in your life, start looking for the angels. In traffic, for example, start to notice every little minor act of kindness that somebody shows on the road, while ignoring the bad drivers. Just put them out of your mind for now. Soon, if you do this, you're going to find that your old belief starts to change. And you'll start noticing more acts of kindness. This will happen more and more often. This is how beliefs are created, changed, and maintained. And then going back to the cycle of reality, if you change your beliefs, you change your thoughts, you change your actions, and you change your physical reality. How cool is that? Or you can keep wallowing in your misery, blaming your parents, the governments, the economy. Oh, Dick Cheney, you are a bad, bad man. Until next time, this is Gregory McGuire with GregoryMcGuire.com.